This call is from a correction facility and is subject to monitoring and recording.
Our history didn't begin with slavery, under the yoke of Arab or European knavery. No one favored me with the truth from whence we came, our true culture and history, or our true names. It's a shame that we aim to identify with every lie that denies who we are and why. It was all ripped away, so now we try to imitate every shade and shape different from our own natural state, thinking our history began with a master's rape. So we imagine everything European is great. And now we hate our thick lips, dark eyes, broad noses, hips and thighs, and our kinky hair that we bleach and fry. And why? To disguise the beauty we originated, that everyone else has always imitated, tried to duplicate it, even if they berate it, claim they hate it, yet darken their skin with tanning booths and lotions, want to get thick with all kind of potions. Botox, silicone, lip and hip injections, curled hair, fake dreads, a clear reflection of African beauty that they don't share, of features that eclipse thin lips and hair, that allow us to bear freezing tundra and tropic zones without sunscreens and skin creams to protect our tones. But let's move on to who we really are, to our Africa's humanity's shining star. She gave birth to the first Homo sapiens and history's greatest civilizations, ancestors we honor with libations. Where the young didn't grow up with unanswered questions, elders were on hand to teach important lessons, suited to build character and confidence at every age, guided by rites of passage at every stage, trained as providers whose lives belong to the community, whose greatest aim was to keep the people's unity. Hundreds of thousands of years, they knew no war, no lying or stealing. No one was poor. Selfishness lost one all respect. No one was homeless. There was no neglect, just respect. Each life committed to protect one another, and all members loved each other, like sister and brother, like father and mother. Survival was based on cooperation, not pursuit of selfish occupation. Training and discipline of children was a community affair. Disrespect of elders, they didn't dare. Even as class contradictions and conflicts evolved, there was still great communion, great resolve to involve broad sectors of the population in decision-making and building civilizations. From Kemet, called Egypt by their students, the Greeks, to Nubia, called Sudan by the Arab sheiks. While Europe was ripped by tribal war, still living in caves, there was Mali, Ghana, the great Songhai. And what of the forest dynasties, Dahomey, Ndongo, Benin, Oyo, Ashanti, the Congo? Then came the Ma'afa, the great disaster, where we were kidnapped, branded by white slave masters, divided against our own because too strong for Europeans to hunt down and capture on their own. 400 years of terror. Through it all, we survived. Not just alive, many of us have thrived to become the greatest inventors, world teachers, cultural innovators, industry leaders. Pride and self-love is the least we deserve. From what we've survived and achieved, we have much to preserve. Warriors all, we've shown we can't be broken. A legacy of resistance and persistence that goes unspoken. Although we endured much trauma, bear terrible scars. Humanity's shining star. That's who we are.